It's easy to have anxiety coming into this episode 14. I think it's going to be unpleasant. And Oxy as a character, I thought he was kind of a simple guy. I didn't really know how to feel about him in the first few episodes that we were getting to know him. Obviously, he was more or less the MC, especially with him being focused on in the OP. In episode 12, I think we started to sort of unpack his philosophy and see his growth. Yeah, I've grown attached to Oxy a little bit. I don't think he's going to die this episode. I could be wrong about that. I don't think he's going to die, but I think he's going to be in bad shape. I think it's going to be terrible. One big question for me is Noak going to use Jolenta as a kind of tool in this interrogation? I don't think he wants to, and I don't think he will. And just as a side note, another thing I noticed a couple episodes ago was that the soundtrack was kind of reminding me of Chainsaw Man in kind of the moody, kind of atmospheric moments. And sure enough, it's the same composer. So I'm a fan of this composer, Kensuke Ushio. Great OST. I think it's really working in this series. What's laid out in front of us is just kind of hell, like an endless torture for no reason. I guess it's possible that Badeni and Oxy just die and we time skip to a new researcher. That's not out of the question. I guess there also could be a scenario where Jolenta kind of finds out about this torture taking place or see their public execution. Yeah, that actually makes a lot of sense to me. These two are going to be publicly executed and Jolenta's going to see it and maybe she becomes the MC. I don't know. It's really hard to say, but Oxy, it doesn't feel like he should die this episode, but I don't see other than an escape. I think he has to. But anyways, I'm going to jump into this episode and it's going to be gross and terrible. I'm okay with that. I think the things that really choke me up and make me, I guess, teary-eyed and emotional kind of come from character moments more than just pure violence. That being said, like, I might be eating those words soon.
だから燃やしたと。
どこだ。
まったく馬鹿げてる。ありもしない証拠の自白を強要されるなんて不毛だ。
資料は。
こんなのおかしい。
Noak has a chip on his shoulder right now, but I think he's still rational. Like, I don't think he's...
それがあなたの望みか。これで娘に近づいた異端どもへの。
See, yeah, I see this, but I don't think he's fully consumed with revenge. I think he's still somewhat logical here.
今だけですもんね。しかし、その私的な復讐心は信徒として問題では。
Yeah, Noak doesn't want to be fooled. He doesn't want to be made a fool of. He's feeling a bit foolish right now for being in this circumstance with people he's interacted with before, his daughter's involved. He's gonna over-torture to save face and try and accomplish something, even if he knows logically it can't be accomplished. Yeah. Yeah.
後で縫合して喋れるようにしといてくれ。はい。口じゃダメか。じゃあ次は目だな。
本当に。
Yeah, it's really gonna happen. It's really gonna happen. He's trying to be a hero.
Yeah.
Noak thinks he can do more with the situation. He wants this to be the perfect situation, and it's just not. It's just not.
そんな特別な一瞬を。
では、神のご加護。
Is Badeni gonna lie? I think he's just gonna do it. Yeah.
くそ。その通りです。全部嘘だ。資料は残ってる。ある山の中腹にある石箱の中です。
We've known Badeni will lie.
二人ともご協力感謝する。ゆっくり休んでくれ。
he'll lie about how arrogant he is and how like selfish he is. He's done that with Oxy a few times. He could have been lying this whole time about burning the documents. I've trusted him on that.
君の話は本当みたいだな。しかし君が常識的な心を持っていて助かったよ。10年前この箱を残した者はこれを守るために自ら毒を飲んだ。君はそこまでするような異常者ではなかったようだ。
石箱は彼らの手に。
まあ恨むか。
いや、まさか後には何も残さないって最初に決めてますし、むしろ驚きですよ。本当に資料を保存してたと。しかもそれをかばってたなんて。
ああ、私も驚きだ。
しかし散々見てきましたが、いざ目の前にすると実感が湧かないものです。
It's easy to misunderstand like Badani as a character.
死です。
He's still a little enigmatic to me,
不思議な日々でし
but
たが、これで
sucks.
全て終わりですね。
あの石箱の元々の持ち主の年齢を聞いたよ。一体いくつだったと思う？
そう。
12歳だ。
12？
やはりこの世では予想外の事態が起こるってことだ。
Okay. Anything unexpected
自動
here?
説はまだ終わってない。あの納屋で話したろ。予防策を仕掛けた。全てがうまくいけば文章は復元される。
Jolenta?
まさかあんな
Is she
大
the
量の
backup
文
plan?
いつの間に。
私のじゃない。君の文章だ。
Oh, interesting.
俺の。
そうだ。
なぜ？
忘れたか？私は自分の成果を残すつもりはないからな。
でも
そうでなくとも私のものは大量すぎて複製する暇はなかった。君の文章は論文としての価値はないが、それゆえ伝わる可能性は高いだろう。歴史とやらがそうらしい。ではもう行こう。
A philosophy beyond
時間だ。
religious faith. He's like open to it
主の名
enough.
において我々は汝らを告発する。汝らは
Yeah, okay.
教会の定めを裏切り、異端とされる研究にその身を汚した。
We've been accepting the death of these two for
確かに。
1.5
我々も
episodes,
地獄の入り口
basically.
に立ったな。
いや、
ああ、入り口には立ってる。だが
天界のですよ。
そう言い切れるか？
今俺の目の前に広がるこれが地獄の入り口って景色には見えない。
Yeah.
今日のこの空は絶対に綺麗だ。
Yeah, I guess we just do this now. I think I was a little bit more emotional when we first encountered Nowak in the bar. Like that's when you could kind of feel everything kind of falling apart. And this, you know, this is a way to recontextualize everything falling apart. You know, it's hope, it's the future, it's history, it's passing the torch. We've been here before, and it's not so bad. Like, that's it. You know, how do you completely kill a story, an arc, and have it feel okay? And I guess that's what we're aiming for here.
見えろ、満ちてろ。
That's all you get. Especially in this world, like everything to be grateful for and like value has to kind of come from within, because this is what you get on the outside. I mean, I guess that's a metaphor for life itself, just like an inner inspiration and sense of purpose, but
地
so Yolenta's the main character now?
一体何だと思うに従うこと。ほら、来たぞ。早速。
Yeah, the real question now is, what has Noak said to her? What has he done to
何の
her?
ご用でしょうか。
What does he want from her?
どうも。
We know he
あなた
we
が
know he
ヨレンタさんで。
falls apart for his daughter, that he really
我
does
々
care.
はあなたのお父様の後輩です。
そうですか。でも実は私、
He should
恥
still
ずかし
allow
な
her
が
to
ら
study,
父の仕
right?
事を詳しく知らなくて。一体何をされてる方なんです？
それは異端審問官です。6日前の夜、ご友人のお二人と会
It's only
食
been
された
6
とか。
days.
そこにお父様も訪ねてきたと思うのですが、その二人が異端と判明したんです。正確には二人が教会公認のものとは異なる解釈の宇宙を研究していた。その手の怪しい話をしてたとか、何か心当たりありますか？
もし後日我々が捕まったとしても、君は無関係を貫け。
いいえ。
Yeah, I appreciate she's going to follow his advice,
私は
but
何も。
there is a part of me that feels like if she
そう
just
ですか。しかし、
really
よく
threw them
思い
under
出
the
してください。
bus,
親しくされていたようです
it
が、
would make her more
何かに協力させられたことは？
そういうのは一切。
まあ、そうでしょう。しかし、やはり何も知らないようなので、もうお引き取りいただこうかと。
そうか。じゃあ拷問の準備をしたわ。
Yeah, okay, this guy.
冷静に考えてみろ。女性が研究者を志すなんて、その時点で怪しさしかない。私の考えでは、おそらく彼女こそ主犯だ。というより、正確には彼
This is
女
going
に
to
取り
really
付いた悪魔
complicate
だ。
everything.
捕まった男二人も操られたに違いない。隠された真相を暴くんだ。審問官の育成に教会がいくら金をかけてるか分かってるのか？君、少しは考えた方がいい。
Oh boy.
自分の言動が他人にどういう印象を与えるか。その結果、君の将来に何をもたらすか。
Yeah, this character's been so like
え？
she's been so hopeful and ambitious,
いい
but
手袋
also
してるな。
with so much like adversity,
ちょっと
basically.
何してるんですか？これは。
今から君を尋問する。
It's like the character you want to root for the most.
そうだ。
異端二人の件ですか？さっきも言った通り、私は何も知りません。
歯を抜くことになる。女性はおしゃべりだろう。その口で悪魔と契約し、災いを生じさせるとの話があるんだ。
それは角度の低い推論です。取り消すべきです。
ほら来た。さあやれ。ほら、一歩目の恐怖は変わってやったぞ。じゃあ続きは任せた。
She has to talk, right? Like, she has to say everything she
甘い
knows.
すぎだ。
Surely she's not gonna, like, withstand infinite torture just to keep these secrets.
やめてください。こんな。
At this point, she doesn't know Oxy and Badeni are dead, if I'm correct.
従うしかないんだ。指攻めにしないか？顔見たくない。
これで奴を潰せる。娘を異端にすれば
野爆は終わりだ。司教への媚びへつらいがうまいだけの野爆にはふさわしい結末だ。彼に不祥事があれば、彼と懇意にしていた司教の評価にもひびが
Wow.
入る。
That's pretty,
そしたら私の存在感も大きくなる。
that's a pretty elaborate plan. Like,
これで組織をもっと
with a
正しい
small
方向へ
action, it
導けるぞ。
can have huge domino
保守
effect.
的な姿勢では食っていけない。
すまない。どこにあるか忘れて。君が取ってきてくれないか。
ああ
We're out of here. We're gone. It's time to go. This shit's sad, man.
逃げるぞ。このままだと君は殺される。
We've done this before. We used to run all the time when we went down the well to kind of eavesdrop on the meetings.
さあ、早く。あなたを殺させるわけにはいかない。僕は残ってみんなに経緯を説明します。きっと分かってくれるはずだ。
あなたはなぜこんなことを。
信仰って何だと思いますか？
It's like the only religious person in the church right now.
僕は生き方だと思います。
Not to get too sidetracked, but I think that like compassionate behavior is oftentimes like the most authentic form of like religious practice, and it's just so crazy how far removed you can get from that. Like, yeah, wild to me that the one compassionate act is gonna like cost that kid his life, and it's like the one thing that like resembles faith-based like action. Okay, so that was episode 14. The torture moments were actually not quite as brutal as I thought. I kind of had a feeling we were going to linger on them a little bit more, but like I was saying during the reaction, this show, when it's kind of making its concluding idea, it does it really hard and really abruptly. So we went from the torture to the execution fairly quickly. Noak is a wild card in this story. He has been the entire series. What's being conspired right now could work. It could just literally work. Like, even though his daughter is on the escape and she might even get away, Noak might be done. He might be executed. He might be stripped of his position just for this scandal alone. I don't know what that does to him and his character, but a lot of question marks right now. But ultimately, I think that it's clear that we have a new MC. I wish her the best. I don't know where she starts from. I don't know if she can get to like the peaks of heliocentrism. She might have to find someone scholarly and someone advanced to work with, or to just kind of like push this concept forward. Because I think she's going to want to. Like, that's what she's going to want more than anything. But she has to live. She has to live more than one episode. Like, who knows if she even makes it 15 feet away from this property. Like, what this show is willing to do to characters is it's hard to make any predictions, but on an emotional level, I'm rooting for her to at the very least find some pockets of safety and find some people she can talk to on an intellectual level, academic level. That would be ideal, even if it's just for a few episodes. But yeah, we're over halfway done with this series, and we haven't gotten that much further towards heliocentrism. We get these moments where these thinkers make a big push, and then a lot of it's erased, and then a big push, and a lot of it's erased. Let's see if the next character, whether it's Jolenta or someone else, let's see if they can actually go public with big, complex, powerful work. Because we haven't gotten that yet. We've gotten death.